have any plans to weaken standards on the largest FBOs that I mentioned?
No, no, sir.
Okay. In your testimony, you said good economic performance in other countries has supported exports and manufacturing. Could you, what other countries you thought, would that include the EU? Would that include Canada and Mexico? The other countries I'm talking about that have good economic performance, would that include China? Those other countries?
It would include all those countries,
all
yes.
those countries. So, and I know you said that the tariff situation is, and the trade situation is something that Congress deals with that you don't deal with, but it would appear to me, and I just want to get your opinion on this because I value it, it would appear to me that all this stuff about getting out of NAFTA and putting tariffs on folks and not being at the table when TPP was finally signed is a net negative on our economy. Would you agree with that long-term, short-term and long-term?
So I'm going to try to walk that line that I mentioned earlier and not comment on any particular policy, but in principle, open trading is good. We don't want countries to have barriers to trade or tariffs being a barrier to trade.
Both directions.
In both directions. We want to have an international, rules-based system in which countries can get together, and any country that violates that can face the other countries, and that system has served us very well. Tariffs have come down steadily over the years. Until recently, they were at their all-time low level. So, but the thing is, we don't know how this goes. This process we're in right now, the administration says it's going for broadly lower tariffs. If that happens, that's good for the economy. That would be very good for the economy, our economy, and others too, by the way. Yeah. On the other hand, if we wind up with higher tariffs, then not so good.
That's correct. And in the meantime, just as a sidebar, in the meantime, if it cuts off foreign markets for grains, for example, there's going to be a lot of people in family farm agriculture that are put out of business. And that's my concern. You don't need to comment on that. I realize that you don't play a central role in our housing finance system, but you do play a central role in our economy. And the Fed does have a sizable balance sheet with billions of dollars worth of mortgage-backed securities on the books. In March, it was announced that Fannie Mae and Freddie, Fannie Mae would need, not Freddie, but Fannie Mae would need $4 billion from its line of credit at the Treasury Department. How concerning is this to you and the Fed, given the size of mortgage-backed securities that are on your books?
So the mortgage-backed securities we have are guaranteed by the federal government. There's no credit risk there. I would say more generally, if this is responsive, I think that the housing finance system, the GSEs, remains one of the big unfinished pieces of business post-financial crisis, and I think it would be healthy for the economy and for the housing finance system to see that move forward.
You answered my second question. So you think that the Congress's inability to address Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac in the end could harm our economy?
I think it's really important that for the longer run that we get the housing finance system off the federal government's balance sheet and using market forces and some of the things that are already in place and carry forward some kind of a reform. I think it's very important for the economy longer term.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.